What's up, everybody? It's currently 6:15 in the morning on Saturday. I know we haven't really uploaded the past few days. I know I didn't upload this past week at all, from the day 14 to day 19. And I think I kind of just took a break from really updating this because of the fact that I was truly trying to focus on what actually mattered rather than, having a ton of thoughts throughout the week and then putting it in individual days. I just kind of wanted to make like a weekly update to see what I truly learned from this week. So this week we focused primarily on refining our process and our strategy and really tuning in on our discipline. So what are the changes that I made this week and where are we at right now? We are $1,600 down in drawdown, which means that we are around like 400-ish around there, which means that I can no longer trade minis. I only trade micros now just to rebuild that buffer. And yes, I can easily just reset the account and pass a lot faster than, just trading micros. It makes no sense, right? But the reason why I'm sticking to trading micros is because of the fact that I want to have a proven strategy, a proven setup, and to know that my discipline is good enough for micros as it is for minis. Meaning that if I get into minis and I start losing, I'm not going to be over trading, I'm not going to be revenge trading, I'm not going to be blowing up with emotion when I am trading, when I'm on that chart. So this week was primarily focused on refining the process for how we actually take trades. So what have I changed? I've changed the way I take setups. I only take one setup now. I only trade continuation setups. I do not trade from 9:30 to 9:45 at all, Eastern Standard Time. I give that first 15 minutes for New York AM to, remove the noise and take out that external liquidity so that price can already be accepted by the time I do want to come in and take a trade. What I mean by that is price is still establishing a New York high and a New York low during that first 15 minutes. Is still sweeping liquidity, and you don't know whether it's going to be a reversal, a rotation within range, or a continuation. Even if it is a continuation, I'd rather trade on the breakage of New York AM high or New York AM low and the retest candle of that and enter from there rather than entering off of, it's sweeping London low and the retest failed, and then it's going to go down a little bit and then it's going to reverse back up because of the fact it's still establishing that New York AM low and New York AM high, and you don't really know what's happening within that noise. It's still taking in a lot of liquidity. Yeah, so that's the reason why I don't trade the first 15 minutes, because it's a very volatile, and that opening range balance is taking out imbalance of price. So we don't trade within the first 15 minutes anymore. It's just, why don't I just give an example? This exact thing actually happened today. I was on MES, but this is for NQ. Here, let me take it out. Let me take it out onto here, to my main screen, if I can. All right. So this is NQ. You can see that price clearly established a breakage over an opening over London low and New York PM high. It retested, it failed, and then just started kind of overlapping a ton. So even though it did continue in the direction that I entered off of, I wasn't going to bet against that. You see what I mean? Okay, it's going to take out the high. There's a inverse fair value gap right here, aiming towards the low. You never really know what's going to happen that first 15 minutes. I entered after I saw this acceptance and breakage and just, what's the word for it? Displacement. I saw this huge displacement for a bullish candle. Okay, this is part of my setup. I saw that rejection. I entered around here. And price rose a lot. On MES, I was probably up maybe $70, but on NQ, this probably would have been like how many ticks is this? From right here, 542 to, yeah, I mean, that's like 60 ticks. That's like 1200 already. I mean, I probably would hit TP on NQ, but I definitely would have hit TP on NQ because that's my goal. But in that first 15 minutes where you don't see a huge displacement and it's still rendering the New York high and New York low, that is a lot of noise that's still risky for a continuation setup. If you're trading rotations, I mean, go for it, but that is why I did not enter in the first 15 minutes, because of the fact that that noise can easily stop you out. That noise, you can easily be faked out by your model. And for a continuation model like mine, I do not enter off of that a lot, like at all. I stopped trading reversals. I stopped trading just rotations. I stopped trading. I just only trade continuations because of the fact that that is what is back tested the most for my strategy. That is what I have proven data on. And if I know that this strategy wins 80% of the time, if the market structure is perfect for my entry, then I'm going to be taking that trade 2-3 times out of the week rather than taking a trade every single day trying to force the setup. It makes no sense. So that is a process that we have refined, that I have refined this upcoming week, or this week that just happened. And going into next week, we are only going to be taking one trade a day. We are only going to be trading when market permits an entry, meaning that if I see a perfect like structure, I made a checklist actually. So for my strategy, I need for my strategy, I need continuation, I need liquidity sweep, I need displacement, I need retracement failure, and I need the structure to hold. That is what my model permits on entry. Those are all the checklist things that I will need to have if I'm going to enter on a setup, which only permits maybe like, I don't know, maybe 3 times out of the week. But that's enough to pass an eval. I mean, that's enough 60 ticks, like that's all I need for a continuation move. That hits most of the time if I have a good entry. So that is what we are doing for now. That is the disciplined and refined structure that we have completed over this last couple of weeks. A couple of weeks, because I've only been day trading for a little bit, but yeah, that is what is that, like week three in motion. That is week 3's progress. Even though we are in drawdown right now, I have refined my discipline and I have refined my strategy and my setup to the point where I'm not even losing anymore. For the last couple of trades I've been taking, we were on a losing streak from Wednesday until next Wednesday. We won on Wednesday. We didn't trade on Thursday because of PCI news day. And then on Friday we broke even, which is today. We took a break-even trade. I betted on that continuation. It got rejected off of a higher time frame candle, like resistance zone. So I saw that and I moved my stop to break even. If I didn't move my stop to break even, that model probably would have, I don't think it would have hit TP, but I definitely would be up right now because, the overall bias today was skyrocketing. So their price action was skyrocketing today. And even though I might have hit, no, I don't think I would have hit TP, but even though, I was right about where price action wanted to go and that continuation happened, I'm glad that I respected my model and my setup over, letting that shit right out off of a higher time frame rejection zone and hoping that, it just goes above that, which is not optimal. And you're just betting that it will. It's not an A+ setup at that point. So that is the update for week 3. We are in drawdown, but we have refined the process. And who knows, maybe I'll reset the account early. But for now, I'm going to be trading micros, and I'll keep you guys updated.